of those commercials, the bitter beer face?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard they were loosely based on that.
Yeah, maybe.
Sucking on a lemon. It doesn't bother me.
Hey,
Whatever.
it's better than sucking on chili dogs.
Oh, I was outside the Tasty Freeze once.
Yeah. Yep.
Hello and welcome to another... Oh my God, my
What
voice
was
cracked.
that? Jesus.
Let's try that again.
Oh, welcome to puberty.
Hello and welcome to Being 13. Hello and welcome to another episode of In a Pickle, the show that is dedicated to the less glamorous side of sports. I am your host, Dave Houghton, and with me today, wants to ask a police officer at a DUI check stop for directions to the bar, Sarah Raytalic. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello. That was a little long. I got to cut down these.
Yeah.
Well, that was.
Hey,
yeah, I like.
that was a good one. That's actually
Thank you.
that tracks.
I've been working on that one. You know.
Look at you working on things.
Well, if I don't work on things, then things will just end up working on me. I started a new segment on our Instagram. I don't know if you saw, but play as you may remember.
May.
And, may or might. I don't know. Whatever it is.
May.
So go over to iapradio.com and check out the Instagram, and it's also on the Talks or the Ticks or the TikToks.
The tickety talk kind of thing.
Tickety Talks. And check out this week's Nick Vanos. I'm going to try to put one of those out a week. So,
See, here's the thing. You just jinx yourself.
Yep,
Every
that's
time
it.
you
and
say,
that was the segment.
I'm going to try to do this, shit fucking never follows through. So
No, because it just
keep
gets
your
annoying.
mouth shut.
Mhm.
Keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut.
That's the life lesson for everyone. Just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
not for everyone, based on our news today.
Well, if we kept our mouth shut, this would be at least an hour show of just complete silence. You know, it would be kind of like when you do an episode of Generation Mixtape and you have this thing, and
Whoa,
then
whoa,
Joe
whoa,
goes,
whoa.
"Shout out to Joe, Wax Packs and Whiskey.
Love
Love you,
Joe.
Joe. Hanging out there. Check out Generation Mixtape, gmtpod.com.
That was the best.
All right, this is a very heavy NFL show today,
Yes, it is.
with a sprinkle of a little basketball and a big pickle that is in the hockey world. But
A rewind
Heavy.
pickle.
heavy football.
Yeah,
We're,
heavy.
we're flying into the season. What are we, week 200 in the football?
We just finished week 10 because I beat the
That was
husband
close.
in fantasy this week.
Beat the husband
so-
in fantasy and then beat him when he didn't do the dishes. So,
Correct.
yeah, good for you. That's great.
Keep him in line.
Let's kick it in the rewind and let's go with this NFL heavy. So Sarah, kick us off with the rewind.
All right. Last week we had discussed this awful, tragic story of the Marshawn Kneeland story.
Yes.
Awful. Comes out now. His girlfriend is pregnant with his child.
You know what? Because life is just shit and it sucks. Of course she is.
Of course.
Of course she is.
Of
And
course.
what else? What else?
Yeah.
They just finished painting the baby's room and they just bought a brand
Awful.
new house and
Awful.
it's like winning the lottery and then dying. It's like that
Awful.
Alanis Morissette song,
Yeah.
Jagged
Yeah.
Little Pills.
That's ironic.
Oh, that's the album.
Yeah, Jagged Little Pill is the album.
Is
yeah,
the album.
song.
Yeah. Generation Mixtape, everybody. GMT podcast.
Yeah, we did cover that actually.
I know you did. Yeah, I remembered. But yeah, this is that's
Awful.
heartbreaking. Absolutely
Awful.
heartbreaking.
Alejandro had sent it to me and I was just like, how I can't. Like this, I can't. I don't want to feel feelings. Why?
Alejandro
This
sends it
sucks.
to you on a crisp early Monday morning. Be like, hey, just before you wake up, read this really sad story.
Yeah, it's
Alejandro in
terrible.
the streets, sad in the sheets. Sad. I of course, when this story came out, it's one of those things that you read it and you just like put your head down. You're like, of course.
You
You know?
know, you have to look at the other side of it, though, is this was a huge, painful loss to her and his family.
Yeah.
And to be able to have a piece of him to carry on
Yeah.
is a way I hope they're thinking of it. I'm sure at this time they're thinking of what the fuck over and over again,
Right.
especially with the whole wellness check situation, police chase situation. But it's something where when that baby comes up, baby's gonna have so much love
Yeah.
for
And for
who his father was.
lack of better words, a distraction for her.
Yes.
Because now she's got to put all her energy and time into the baby. And, you know, uh,
Feed the baby.
yeah.
Watch the baby. I'm going to play Keno. Shout out Robbie Road Steamer.
Robbie Road Steamer. I asked him so many times to come on the show, and he fucking doesn't give a shit.
Listen, he's doing the Lord's work out there, getting arrested by ICE
That's
and
true.
wanting them to release the Epstein files. So he's doing the Lord's work in he's Guantanamo Gator, and then he's got the giraffe. He's doing the Lord's work out there
Yeah.
in
Shout
front of
out to
Planned
Robbie Road
Parenthood.
Steamer.
Yes.
Come on the show.
Come on, motherfucker.
Yeah, so switching gears to not so gut-wrenching,
Oh
Justin
my God.
Tucker's his suspension's over,
His suspension is over.
and now he's free to
10
release himself
games.
anywhere he wants.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the real question here is who's going to sign him?
I hope nobody,
Same, same.
but I'm sure there's one team out there that is just like, oh, Justin Tucker's available. Okay.
We'll wait and see.
I mean, what team
Well,
right now needs a kicker? I mean, who
there's
actually needs a
several.
kicker?
There's several.
Yeah.
However, I think with that comes a lot of questions in regards to your organization. All of this was like not made up. It's not quote unquote alleged. They wouldn't
Right.
have just suspended him. They have no, this all transpired in Baltimore, but with these massage therapists, like this is real talk.
Right.
And we're not talking like strip mall massage therapists. We're talking about like physical therapists, massage therapists
Yeah,
for
right. We're not talking
females.
about Robert Kraft's therapist. We're talking about like
Correct.
an actual doctor.
Right.
Yeah.
So this all transpired.
A physical
Nobody,
therapist, borderline doctors?
well, they do go to school and
Yeah.
maybe they could go further
They
and
can go and
really
get
know
their
how to
doctor
do things.
license.
Yeah.
You need a
I'm
license to be a
sure.
doctor?
I
So
don't know.
like a
I'm a back alley one.
oh yeah, yeah.
Need a kidney? I know a guy.
I usually see a guy in a van down the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gives me candy. And he always I mean, I met him that one time when he asked me if I can help him look for his dog, and then he just gave me a bunch of candy and I fell asleep. It was drowsy. I was tired that day.
Well, now that you're an adult, he just asks you to turn your head and cough.
Yes. Yes. Well, all right. That's it. So Justin Tuck is looking for a job. All right. What else? There's
So let's
I'm falling over. I'm sorry. I was picking something up. I couldn't
what
reach
is
it.
going on
I
over
was
there
picking something up and I couldn't reach it. But
with your T-Rex arms?
yeah,
It's
my
so
little
weird
tiny.
the way that your body's proportioned. Yeah.
Some would say like I'm built like an ambulance. Mhm. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've been trying to lose weight. I mean, I'm
Not
down.
just, it's not even that. I'm talking about like your arms versus
I got a good reach. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
over how tall. Anyways, going on. Uh,
Innerpickpod247 at gmail.com if you want to send me pictures of me
of ambulances,
of ambulances.
photoshopped as
Photoshop me in an
ambulance.
ambulance and or me with T-Rex arms or a T-Rex ambulance. Whatever you want to do. AI
Built
is
like
very creative lately. So,
built like an ambulance. Good
yeah.
Lord. Let's discuss this little tidbit rewind with the NBA.
Mhm.
Give me your phones, fools. Give me your
Oh,
phones.
my favorite part of this is it's centered around Lakers and LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hate both those things.
Yeah, the NBA
Shout
is
out to all the people
asking
in California listening.
holler and the people in New York.
Oh yeah,
Because, there's a lot of Yankees fans who
yeah,
are
yeah.
Lakers
Well,
fans.
a lot of people in New York. Oh yeah, and Cowboys fans. Right.
Correct.
Lakers,
Yeah.
Cowboys, Yankees, and then What's the really super famous what? Hello? College team. What's the college team everybody likes? That's part of
Most of
that.
them go to Michigan too. The like
Yeah,
Michigan
Michigan.
or Ohio State.
Yeah,
Those are
whatever.
bandwagon teams.
Yeah.
Anyways, or Alabama. They're like, oh,
Oh,
roll tide,
Alabama. That's what it is. Alabama. Yep. It
roll
is.
tide. Those are the big ones that I see people jump on the bandwagon
Yeah.
for.
Remember back in the day, you used to be part of the Miami Hurricanes gang?
Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
all of us
That's how
used
we
to be.
met. You jumped me for my Barclays,
Damn straight. I still have them.
my Ewings, my Ewings and
My
Barclays. I
youths.
had one Barkley on, one Ewing. All right, I was trying to
Good.
be a trendsetter. Failed. All right, so what's going on with the NBA?
So the NBA is doing due diligence and asking teams to turn over their phones and part of the investigation into the gambling
All right, so
scheme.
from what I hear, it's about 10 employees just from the Lakers,
And two
and
execs,
two of them are
under that 10, two of
executives.
them are execs that
And
are
and you were
close
saying that they
with,
have like strong ties. Both those executives have strong ties with LeBron.
yes.
We're almost there.
So close. Well, it's so
Almost there.
interesting. It's so interesting because he hasn't been playing.
Hmm.
Wasn't he in the G League for a bit there?
Yeah.
And now they just announced that he's going to be coming back up from the G League for a quote unquote injury that he was rehabbing.
Yeah.
A lot of things are in question here, and I think his time may be up.
Yep.
Yeah. The
I wouldn't be
NBA,
surprised if he doesn't come back, or he'll come back after the All-Star break, right? And
mhm,
he'll just sit down in the G League or do whatever, like sit down in the
sit
G
down.
League and play. Like, come on, whatever. You're gonna send LeBron to the G League? Like, come on. He's got a bigger court in his backyard than a
It's
G
true.
League stadium.
True.
So,
True.
but they're gonna sit him down in the All-Star game, or after the All-Star game, he'll come back, and then all of a sudden, he'll play a little bit, and then it'll just be like, I can't do it. I'll go out again, and then final month of the season, then he'll come and play, and then that will be his farewell, and then that'll be it, and then he'll slowly fade away. But he'll still do something unless this comes out and starts to implement him. But they are still trying to uh, suck on the LeBron teat.
Yeah.
The NBA is still they're still hitching their wagon to him, and he's still the quote unquote face of the league and all that stuff, even though like he's a complete joke now.
Yep.
And he's been super exposed in all his just stupid, the flop in, the this, the that. Everybody thinks he's a joke. The old man on the court, I
Yeah.
mean,
He should have
here's
retired
someone who should have
well
retired
ago.
back. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well ago.
yeah. So,
It's it's also something too. I'm curious. Now, this wasn't the FBI subpoenaing the phones. This
right.
is the NBA doing this investigation. Now, it almost has me question if the NBA is getting all of these phones so that they could play cover up when it comes to LeBron too on that side. However, I I mean that's just
How
one
can you not think
side of
that
it.
though?
Right,
How can
because
you not?
they try to do everything to cover up to keep him the face.
Right.
And it's something too that if they're doing this and it is driven by the FBI, where you ask them if they voluntarily give it, then you're good.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's some kind of protective order in place with the NBA player associations, lawyers, and such.
And if they're NBA executives and they're employed by the NBA, there's a strong possibility that these are company phones. So technically the NBA already owns it.
Correct.
So it's not like they're asking for much. Be like, give your phone back, and be like, oh,
Mm.
it's my phone. No, no, no. Actually, it's my phone. You
Yep, we
know,
pay that bill.
we foot the bill and all
You're
that.
on our
And,
contract.
and if you don't want any problems, now's the time to do it because, yeah, we need a scapegoat, and you're an executive who's easily expendable. So,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know,
It's
here's
gonna
some hush
be
money. you're taking the fall.
Interesting. It's going to be interesting. I mean, a lot of things have already started. There's other betting things that have started trickling out where you had the uh, two NCAA players
Yeah.
were arrested in a group of 14 high school and college kids that were running a um, book book it scheme
Yep.
book you know what I'm trying to say.
Yep. I know what you mean.
Listeners, I'm
Yep.
sure words are hard. They're running that scheme, which was mob driven
I mean, shit. Even Stephen A. Smith is on the hook for gambling now
for the
for the solitaire thing.
solitaire thing.
And then
Yeah,
he's got all these people in ESPN that are onto it. And one of the female broadcasters on ESPN was like, "Oh, I didn't make any
she
money
didn't
off of
read it.
it.
Yeah, and
She
she
didn't
didn't
even read it.
read
She didn't
it.
even know what she
She
was
didn't
signing
read
up
it.
for.
She didn't even read it.
Like what?
Any
Here,
money, any money I make will I'll donate. Not for nothing, that money is already dirty.
right?
That's the thing. So you have the, listen, ESPN had run into a whole lot of legal problems last week. And I didn't even put that in the news because I knew that there was going to be more shit that's going to be trickling down
Right.
that's involving them. They had the ESPN Plus Battle Royale with YouTube.
Yeah.
Then they had something else that transpired. And then you have this Stephen A. Solitaire shit.
Right.
What the hell? But what are you doing, Stephen A? Like, how did you, or he looked into it and was like, oh yeah, this seems legit. But
Yeah.
the word there is seems legit.
Well,
Seems.
eh, he probably, to be honest, didn't probably even look into it. Somebody just came up to him and be like, "Oh, this solitaire betting thing is pretty popular, and this company wants to sponsor you. What do you think? How much are they going to give me? They're going to give you X amount of dollars. Oh, yeah. And what do I have to do? Nothing.
Just be,
You
just
know,
do a commercial.
just do one commercial, and then you play it a couple times, see if you like it. Maybe he liked it, and they gave him a bunch of credits, and then
Because
he
who doesn't like solitaire?
right, right.
It's honestly.
Oh God.
But
And
yeah,
now,
no, that in Papaya Games, they're being sued. They have all that stuff in court. There's going to be more shit that transpires with ESPN.
yeah,
We're at that point. What ESPN needs to do at this time,
pack it up.
pack up your live broadcasting. I would say stick with the docs because I do love their docs. They do a
Yeah,
really good job with their documentary series and all that.
yeah.
Stick in that world and just get rid of news anchors. Just
Well,
you
I
can
mean,
have
at
you can
least go
get
back to
Sports
like just
Center.
just the Sports Center.
Just give us Sports Center. That's it. Just give us
Nobody
the
asked
clips,
for
the
all these
highlights,
fucking
all that.
shows.
No, you have every sports show that's breaking down the same thing.
Yeah,
You don't need 4 or 5 shows and having conversations about the same thing.
right.
Granted, we're talking about similar things and we're talking about them on the darker side of it. We're not talking about it like they are. How many times can you beat down a game and talk about it?
Right. I mean, and not only that, but like then those certain games that they're talking about, and then they talk about a certain player, and they sugarcoat everybody. You
Yep.
know, i.e., like going back to the LeBron thing, it's all sugarcoated.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, isn't he the greatest? They'd be like,
No.
and
No.
like, yeah, he once
No.
was, but now is no longer.
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to turn it into another shitting session on LeBron, but I mean, like, they,
Yeah, shit away.
also they suck on the Otani teat too.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh, Otani, oh, Otani, oh, Otani. This motherfucker been gambling too. Like, you
Correct.
guys are burying this. How about you talk about like some of the shit that we're talking about? How about
Right.
you talk about this whole Marshawn Kneeland thing? Like, and how, like, there's a possibility that CTE came out and destroyed this kid's life. You know,
Yeah.
the Kenny Easley story that we're going to talk about in a little bit. The Seahawks legend who died. There's something there.
There's something there.
You know,
That's the thing is it's so scripted where you can't. I know that if you and I were on ESPN, they'd be like, "Thanks for coming for this one episode. we're going to void your contract.
Right.
Because we would be like, so here's the flip side to that. Here's the questions that I ask. Where was, the MLB? Where was the NFL? We have organizations in place under these shields? You have the MLB Players Association, you have the NBA Players Association, you have the NFL Players Association. Quote unquote, the Players Association is supposed to work for the players and help with the players and do these things to support the mental well-being,
But
the
they
the
don't.
life and all, and they
They
don't.
don't care.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about those dollars and protecting the shield.
It's too much money out there. It's all a business. I mean, here you go. Sports gambling is giving millions of dollars to these teams, into these leagues, and they're just like, we don't have a problem. The fuck you do? You got one of the biggest problems right now. You got three former NBA players, or two former NBA players and one current NBA player on the hook for a whole gambling ring. You have
Right.
two MLB players that are about to get just thrown out in the streets and beaten because they've been gambling. You got whatever's going on in the NFL. You got, I mean, I don't
Shit.
want to say
You
hockey's
got
pure, but so far hockey hasn't come out and
you
said
got
anything.
stuff popping off in the NCAA. You've got a
Right.
lot of things transpiring. And to circle back to ESPN, we touched on it about how, the pyramid goes and how ESPN Bet was clearly related to the NFL. Well, ESPN Bet, if those you didn't know, is no longer.
Right. Of course
They
it's
had
not.
to they had to shut it down. They shut it
Right.
down. They were like, "Oh, it's not making enough money." I'm like, "No, they had to shut it down because
Bullshit. It's
people
not. You
people
had
drew
full segment shows dedicated to
they
ESPN Bet.
they drew the line from the NFL to ESPN Bet, and then that's once somebody had released that, yep, it
I
went
think one of my
by.
favorite things is that a sports a sports player, a professional athlete, is not allowed to bet on their own sport, but they can bet on other sports, and that's fine, whatever, you know. So you have, when Kevin Garnett was doing those MGM commercials or whatever it
Yeah,
was, he was talking about betting on football. Now LeBron James is talking about betting on football, and then you got a couple other NBA guys betting on football,
because they're
and
in
then
bed together.
of course they are. They all work together.
They're
DraftKings
all
is
in bed
giving
together.
millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to all these organizations.
Yeah, and DraftKings is now like the betting people
Yeah,
for
it's the
ESPN.
the the
It's
king.
yeah,
And that's fine.
it's all
Congratulations. You created
kudos. Yeah,
a awesome thing. Is it fun? Yeah. Is it dangerous? Oh, extremely,
super
extremely
addicting.
dangerous. But like, the thrill of a 52 leg parlay, and you might hit, you put $1 on and all 52 of your parlays come out and you win $70 billion. Holy shit, that might happen, right? No, but
It's not gonna
maybe.
happen. If you want that excitement, just do some meth.
Yeah, if you want that excitement, go out in the middle of the highway blindfolded and see if won't get hit by a car. Yeah, or if you're into getting hit by a car,
Just go out
you
on the
might
highway
win.
anyways.
You might win. Oh, this is
All
just a
right,
rewind. We got to get in the news
we got to get it in the news. Well,
I,
we brought in some new things in that
in that little time. Yeah.
little
So,
time. Well, long
do you
time.
want to talk about this Kenny Easley story real quick?
Yeah, let's get this. So,
You want to put your conspiracy hats on real quick.
oof,
All
yes,
right,
put them on.
so as we know, Seahawks legend Kenny Easley has died this week, or at
Yep,
press time
press time.
last week.
Yeah.
But I was scrolling through the old Instagram and the old internet, and there was this page called the Press Box Chronicles. Shout out to them. And this guy's kind of breaking a story, and I didn't really know about. Obviously, Kenny Easley wasn't in my wheelhouse. He's out in Seattle. He's a legend out
He's
there. I knew
right.
of him. I didn't really know too much about him. But Pressbox Chronicles is saying that the NFL is trying to cover up Easley's death in sort of a way.
Yep.
When they
Yep.
talk about him, they only talk about his football life. Kenny
Yeah,
Easley
football
in the
career.
football career.
Right.
Kenny Easley legend. Kenny Easley this. But it turns out that Kenny Easley sued team doctors He sued the makers of Advil or Tylenol or something. He sued
Hmm.
teams, the NFL, team doctors, team trainers, all this shit
Doing it,
when
yeah.
he was in Seattle after he got traded to, I believe, Arizona,
Hmm.
because when he hurt his ankle playing for Seattle, they were pumping him full of painkillers and Tylenol and Advil and all this stuff.
Ibuprofen. It
And
was
they're saying
ibuprofen
that
and all that. Yeah.
ibuprofen, especially, they're saying that he was taking 20 to 30 pills a day.
Which is insanity.
Yes.
Insanity.
And
So
his
no,
creatine levels were through the
we're
roof.
so high. No wonder why. And the fucked up thing with that is so they do because he got traded and they
Yep.
did the physical,
Right.
right? And when they did the physical, they caught that there was issues with his kidneys.
Right.
And basically he was in kidney failure.
Yes. And they're saying, and they even said to him, they're like, how are you still functioning? You're like,
You need a kidney
you
transplant.
need a kidney transplant, which ultimately led to him having to retire. And
Right.
he was
Him
done with
suing
football by the
everybody.
age of
Yeah.
30, or not even 30. But the kidney disease ultimately led to his death.
Yeah.
And the NFL is just kind of keeping it very just football and don't want anybody to talk about the fact that his career ended before 30. 20 to 30 pills a day. And team
It's
doctors are
wild.
saying, do this, do this, do this.
All for the ankle injury. And
Yeah.
that's why there's so many problems behind the curtain. Once you get behind there,
Yeah.
it's scary shit because they want you to play, want you to be out there.
Right.
But that's not the solution because you have to think of long-term things. And now we're having conversations and it makes you kind of go back and think about other former players who didn't have anything related to, CTE and that's well, I mean, they may have had CTE, but didn't have it related to that. But, any form of disease that they may have had could be linked to the treatment that they were having as a player.
Right.
Because you have to remember that even any form of pill that you ingest, and if you have it at a increased intake, like 20 to 30 pills a day, it's going to fuck with your vital organs. It's going to fuck with your entire body.
Right.
So it's something where now if you go back and you look at certain players, you're like, I wonder if this was, the recovery plan put out by this team. And now here we are 15 years later, and he's got kidney disease, or, he's blind in one eye, or something like that.
Right.
It makes you question a lot of things, but it's really disgusting for them to just be like, oh, great for you to highlight his career, but also take some ownership. I know there never will be any ownership on shit like this by the organizations. I get it. And I'm just making that up. I'm putting that out there in the world, but
I mean, not to keep
ugh.
throwing, shit on the wall and see what sticks, but like Nick Mangold just died of kidney disease.
See?
Was that the same kind of thing? I mean,
Right.
I know of, I'm looking it up now, and obviously Kenny Easley and Nick Mangold are like the top, but like uh, Donald Jones, Ben Williams, Willie Blackwell. I mean, these guys are all had kidney disease. Were they also just pumped full of
It's
whatever?
a solution. It's
You
the
know,
solution. That's what it comes down to.
but uh,
It's
in the
fucked up.
NFL, will continue to bury it because they don't want
Because
any.
that's the NFL.
But
It's protect
Kenny
the
Easley already
shield.
sued all these people, and he
Right.
won for an undisclosed amount of money. So,
Correct.
I mean, obviously the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, they're not talking about that. Put that shit on a headline.
Yeah, right. No,
But
ESPN
I
won't
get
do it.
it. They won't. They won't talk.
No,
Well,
we
because
need our own. We
ESPN.
need our own show network. If there's a network out there with a set of balls, hit us up in a
Well,
pickpot247 at gmail.com.
it's like that Family Guy episode when Peter puts the satellite on his house and he starts his own
Yeah,
network
we could do that.
television.
I'll put a
We can do
satellite
that.
on the roof.
I'll
We
come
just
over
got a new
there.
roof. I'm sure we'll be able to hold it.
Perfect. We'll
Yeah,
start it. We'll
we'll
start our
just
own.
do it. No, shit. We're not supposed to talk about it because when we talk about it,
Oh,
it's not going to
damn.
happen.
It's not.
Ah, damn, it was screwed
No,
up.
oh well.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about L'Jarius Sneed real quick here.
All right. This is one of the stories that I think I missed.
There's this
There's a lot going on.
shout out Alejandro in the streets because I
Of,
miss this too.
of course.
He's all up in it for us. Thank God for him. So, Tennessee Titans cornerback L'Jarius Sneed was indicted by a grand jury last week on misdemeanor charges of failure to report a felony from an incident that occurred in December of 2024.
All right. So it's just shit catching up with them.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a coming.
All right.
So Sneed is accused of having observed the commission of a felony under circumstances in which serious bodily injury or death may have resulted and knowingly failed to immediately report this commission of offense to law enforcement.
Okay.
So essentially, instead of me doing all this word jargon, you had this luxury car place. So put in this luxury car dealership.
All right.
Owner of the luxury car dealership, Christian, his last name is Wild, so I can't even
That's fine.
begin.
Mana. Yeah, whatever. So the luxury car dealership owner.
So he's sitting outside the dealership
Uh-huh.
in a Mercedes G-Wagon. He's just sitting there. He's looking up other cars to purchase locally. So he rents out cars. So you have big ballers, someone like Antonio Brown, who would rent probably a car
Yeah,
to
they have a lot of
post on
those
the
in Vegas
Instagram.
where you can rent like
Luxury cars for the
luxury cars and
weekend.
just drive down the strip looking cool as shit.
Right.
You know, I thought
So
about it a few times.
he owns this dealership, whatever. Now, Sneed and another gentleman pull into this dealership driving a Lambo, and this other gentleman that was with Sneed allegedly gets out of the vehicle and shoots Christian while he's sitting in the vehicle.
Huh.
Interesting, right?
Just for like shits and giggles?
Who knows? And this person who was in the car with Sneed is allegedly his personal assistant. So they pull up, shoot the guy, and peace.
Okay.
Yep. So Sneed is being sued by Christian for $1 million, dollars, and the lawsuit was filed on February 20th in Dallas County, Texas. So,
So wait, we don't know
no,
why they shot him?
no, no idea.
Huh.
No idea yet. Now,
That's very
here's the thing.
methy.
Here's the thing. This will make for a good rewind because you know it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
If he is in front of the grand jury, it's all coming out.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
And it won't come out yet. Once the everything is closed with the grand jury, we'll have the public records, but interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
Different.
Huh. Very interesting.
Huh. I wonder. Wow. Yeah. All right. Let's pin that, and we'll see that in the rewind probably soon. Well,
Correct.
I don't know. December of 24, the incident
Well,
happened. So I
you
mean, we
have
might
to
see it soon.
you have to remember courts run slow.
Yeah, I know.
Have to remember that.
I know. So,
Now let's head up to New York.
yeah, the Say Less Club
Yeah.
in Midtown had
Yes.
a little incident outside.
I haven't looked up and seen how he's doing yet.
Uh, Stable, critical,
still
but stable
stable?
still. Yep.
Good Lord. So,
They still
over
haven't
this,
found the guy though.
of course not.
No,
Of
and
course.
they won't. They won't.
It's New York.
It'll leak out eventually. You know, somebody will give up their boy
Somebody
for
knows somebody who
a
knows.
pair of tickets to not a Jets game. But
Yeah, nobody's going to that.
yeah, so
Yes.
Kris Boyd had a bad night.
Yeah, we have some cornerbacks here that are having some tough times.
Yeah. It's
Tough
hot out here,
position.
you know. It is tough position.
Tough position. Yeah, he was shot in Midtown Manhattan around 2 a.m. on Sunday, so this past weekend. The 29-year-old was rushed to Bellevue Hospital where he's in critical but stable condition. Police say that there was no arrests made and that the shooting remains under investigation. He was shot in the abdomen outside Say Less restaurant after a dispute turned violent. The shooter fled the scene in a BMW X8 SUV. I
It'd
almost
be
want to
even
say
funnier if it was.
BMX.
It would be funnier if he just sped off in a BMX,
Peace,
and
peace.
real quick he just did a
Did
wheelie
the
real quick.
wheelie.
Yeah,
He did the side kick out
yeah.
where he kicks the back
Jumped
wheel
over a
out
manhole cover. And he's like, "Yeah, boy."
to a 360.
Yeah. Weird little thing. I bet you something happened inside the club.
And then it trickled to the outside.
Yeah, naturally. So
Yes, it did say he was involved in the altercation.
yeah.
So what transpired? Listen, those restaurants, the other thing too, every place has video footage.
Hmm.
Even if they don't have the video footage of the person who did this, the suspect, it is something that they'll be able to pinpoint what transpired and be able to say, well, he started it or not. Because
Right.
I think that's like what we're looking for is like, did this start inside? Was he the aggressor? Was he not the aggressor? Was he just mine? So I think there's a lot of things
Right.
that we're looking for answers, which will also most likely be a rewind.
At least we know that Kris Boyd didn't plexico burris himself.
It's true.
So that's good. You know. All right, you're gonna have to really break down this Stefon Diggs story because I was a little I this is another story I didn't know about, and
Confusing, right?
I was really confused when I read it. But
Okay.
it's-
So
speak
I'll do
speak
the
speak
speak
to me about this. Speak slow because
speak stupid.
I really want to figure out what's going on here.
Okay, so you have Stefon Diggs, right? He is being sued by an influencer, Christopher Blake Griffith. This gentleman is out here in the streets saying that he was drugged and sexually assaulted by Stefon Diggs.
Oh, okay.
He is saying that he, went to party, this and
Yeah.
that, so on and so forth, and that he's also out here saying that Diggs is conspiring to kill him because he is suppressing his gay and bisexual secrets. He
Diggs
doesn't want
is.
them exposed. Diggs is out here conspiring to kill Griffith. So Griffith is saying that Diggs is conspiring to kill him because he knows his bisexual gay secrets.
Okay. It's 2025. I don't think anybody would give a shit if
Nobody cares.
Diggs was like, "Hey, by the way, swing both ways." Cool. All right. Great. Can you
Awesome.
score a touchdown, please, though?
Correct.
Okay. My
Cool.
parlay needs it. My 52 leg parlay needs you to score at least one touchdown. After that,
Correct.
you can S all the D that you want.
Correct.
Okay. I
Do
don't
it.
care. I don't
Do
care.
it. Nobody
Also,
cares.
you're with Cardi B and you just had a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Kudos
already
for
make
you.
poor choices in relationships because
Kudos.
Cardi
Kudos.
B.
Kudos. Though, if you do watch her civil trial, it is the most hilarious thing. If you watch the civil trial when she was
On your
on
days off, do
trial.
you just watch court TV all day?
I do watch court TV all day.
Like,
Yep.
what is she a
Yep.
civil trial for?
She was in civil trial for there was a case from when she was first pregnant when she went to the doctor and she had a scruffle with a security officer. But it was all on the whole thing. She should not have been sued at all. It was wild. The security officer was wanting $42 million and
He
Cardi's like
wanted $42 million?
it was a woman. She
She
wanted
wanted
for
$42 million?
yeah, yeah. After she was chased, like she was following Cardi B around the building. Cardi B had like it was a secret appointment too. Nobody knew in the media that she was pregnant. She was only a few weeks along. It was wild.
I
The
mean,
whole
at that
court
point,
trial. Uh,
I don't want to say that you have to go into hiding or nothing, but like at that point, if you're trying to get excuse me, if you're trying to get like checked to see if you're pregnant, like to make sure, you just call like a physician to come over your house with the equipment and just be like,
Well,
hey, no.
she was actually, which I can circle it back to our show. When this had all transpired, she was out in California, not here on the East Coast. She was out in California for the NBA All-Star game.
Uh,
So that is why she was out in California was for the NBA All-Star game was like she knew she was pregnant at the time but needed to check the baby because she flew and
was this
she
Diggs's
wasn't feeling
kid?
great. No, this was her first child.
Oh, how many
She's
how many
got
kids she got?
I think she's got five.
Oh shit. Who
Yeah.
the fuck has that kind of time?
I I don't know. We're poor, so
Oh, that's yeah. I always forget that we're poor.
we're
Yeah, I live in
poor.
constant debt.
Yeah. So
All right,
you
so
have
Stefon Diggs has this dude's a social media influencer,
this dude's a social media influencer
so he
and
doesn't
he's
really
out
have a job.
here. No. So he's out here in the streets being like, yo, Stefon Diggs drugged me. Yo, he touched my thing back in Maryland in May 2023. Yo, he's trying to kill me because I know his secrets, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. So that's what's happening.
Do we have any proof of this though?
That's the real question.
I mean,
Let's
easily there's got to be uh, some sort of proof, right? I mean, I don't
so
know.
the best part about this is now you have Stefon Diggs suing this dude be for defamation.
I would.
He's like, you're running my name through the streets like this.
Right.
And Stefon Diggs is just like, he's like, I just want damages because you're out here in the streets. Stefon Diggs is probably just gonna be like, pay for my lawyer fees and
Right.
give me whatever. But hilarious. So you got this guy suing him and this guy suing him because why the fuck not?
I mean, I just don't understand that. It'd be like, I'm gonna expose you for being bisexual.
Who
Oh,
cares?
okay.
Have we not seen what the internet has been trending this last week? It's been
Yeah, right?
amazing.
I mean,
The big, beautiful
our
bill.
president may have had relations with another president.
It, we,
All this
I,
time, it wasn't Monica Lewinsky.
dude, it's the internet wins this past week.
Beautiful,
Re-
beautiful.
hey, release it all. Release it all, because
It's never gonna happen.
it's just
It's
glorious.
never gonna. It's not gonna happen. Well, whatever, whatever. I'll tell you what is gonna happen though. Sarah, who is this week's biggest pickle?
This week's biggest pickle, kind of, sort of a rewind, but we're going to go with Sean Higgins' lawyers.
Sean Higgins, famously for killing two brothers who played hockey and
Correct.
liked to ride their bicycles together,
Well, listen,
tandem style.
there's nothing saying in New Jersey that you could be out having drinks and not ride a bicycle. We've learned that throughout this case.
That is true. There is,
Yes,
however, a law saying that you cannot operate a motor vehicle while intoxicated.
correct.
And that is in
Now,
all the states but Alaska, I believe.
well, that's because Alaska's just drunk all the time. They
Yeah, I
wake
mean it's
up and they're
cold. It's
drunk.
cold there.
It's how
You
you
gotta
stay
have some whiskey
warm.
warm.
Yes. So, why, you may ask, Sean Higgins' lawyers are this week's biggest pickle?
Yes, that's what I was actually just gonna ask that.
For wanting to throw out everything that is evidence. They want nothing. It, it's just hilarious, put it that
Why?
way.
Why are we throwing away evidence? For what?
Because they're idiots.
I mean, Jesus, if Johnny Cochran had that defense, we wouldn't have had that whole trial for the OJ case.
Correct.
Just throw everything away. It's fine.
Yeah,
And
they
then
just.
I love the fact that like that that's what you're thinking about, where it's like, we got to throw away the evidence. It's just too damning. And then there's just going to be somebody like a judge going, well, he's got a point. Let's throw it away.
I appreciated this lawyer for not doing that. I'm not this lawyer, this judge for not doing that.
Why
So the
would you do that?
correct. The lawyers took a giant L. So where this started was they were arguing in that damning statements to the authorities at the scene and the police station after the crash should be tossed out because officers didn't read him his Miranda rights and anything like that.
I
Now,
Are you sure?
well, here's where it goes. Well, you're only taking the word of Sean Higgins, who was hammered when he was getting the questions. Now, the judge, kudos to the judge, because I also looked up the Miranda rights for, it's basically from state to state, but I looked up specifically in New Jersey, and
Yeah.
it's the same. The judge said, because prosecution and the police have been like, no, we read him his rights once we took him into custody. We also read him his rights again at the station. And I'm sure that there's body cam footage of that, as well
Right.
as in the police station in the interview room. There's also
Right.
all that stuff too.
Right.
However, at the scene, when all of this had initially transpired, by law, the judge even said it as well. The police didn't need to read him at that moment his Miranda rights because they were trying to find out what happened. And in that small amount of time when they were trying to line up as to what happened, Higgins had said, "I hit them."
Right.
So
He clearly admitted
he
it.
admitted it.
And
It's
nobody
on
asked
body
him
cam.
if he did it or not.
Correct. They just asked, like, hey, can you let us know what happened?
Right.
They had done interviews with different people who were witnesses and asked him. And then also relayed how much he had been drinking.
Yeah.
So,
Never admit that.
well, it's also he was drinking in the car because the other thing that the defense attorneys wanted to throw out was anything that was collected from his Jeep.
Yeah.
Any evidence that was collected from his Jeep, any, forensic stuff taking off his Jeep. They wanted to throw all of that out. That is all evidence. This dude, as we know from allegedly from news we wrote in like read and wrote, is that he was drinking and driving, and that there were containers in the car. So we need that if we're going to court, and obviously they're going to do forensic swabs of the Jeep because he killed two people.
Right.
He has to take their blood off the hood to confirm the DNA matchup.
You ever wonder what happens to those cars? That are
Well,
involved in like something like that and this blood just caked all over the car. Like, did they eventually like wash them or are they in just some kind of giant warehouse where it never to be touched again?
well, they have to hold on to these things. So there's a couple things here. When you have a vehicle that is involved in a murder trial,
Yeah.
the state has possession of it.
Right.
They have possession of it through the trial, and if the trial also goes on appeal, they will still hold on to it so they can do further evidence. Once the trial is done, so say, example, Karen Reed.
Yeah.
Her Lexus was in state custody at the Massachusetts State Police Barracks for how many years? So once she got acquitted, so not guilty, they were like, okay, you can have your Lexus back. So she filed to get, of course, the state's fucking with her, and
Yeah. Right.
they totaled her Lexus, but that's neither here nor there. But that's the thing. It's
They
in.
totaled her Lexus because she broke a taillight over her husband's face.
So she didn't do it.
Oh, right.
We already know. We already know it. It had
Yeah.
there was no proof, nothing.
Right.
By a jury of her peers, she is not guilty.
Maybe it was the
And
dog that was driving.
the
Did
dog.
anybody ever think about that?
Yeah. How about the
know?
question, who rehomes their dog at that time?
And then
Anyways,
they euthanized the dog
yeah, and the dog's dead now.
because it's a bad driver.
It was drunk driving,
Drunk
like everybody
driving.
else in Canton.
Former friend of Sean Higgins,
Correct.
the drunk dog.
They had taken out all the GPS and electrical pieces from her unit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They
Yeah.
removed all that,
Yeah.
and they took all that, and in that process, they destroyed everything else.
That's
So
understandable. Yeah.
nothing connected. But
It
it's
costs more money to fix than it would for a whole new car. So,
correct.
yeah.
So, yeah, I appreciate Judge Michael Silvanio.
Yep.
Silvanio. I
Uh-huh.
couldn't get that. I was like, that was whew, too many syllables
Uh-huh.
and vowels. But I appreciate him being like, do you not know the laws?
No. Clearly they don't.
Do you not know
I mean,
how
clearly.
evidence works? Do you not understand anything at
Right.
all? Because we have, clear as day, we have now, again, not everything has been released to the public, but we, as the public, already have so much body cam footage and already have so much footage of his interviews, of his interrogations, and him at court. We already have so much. There is so much more. But for the judge to be like, no,
So
shut up, that guy.
I feel like Sean Higgins' lawyer, they didn't read him his Miranda rights when they were questioning him. Well, they really weren't questioning him. They were just asking what happened, right?
Yeah, what
Yes, it's a
happened?
question, sure. But if this lawyer is saying that he wasn't Mirandized before they questioned him, then that would mean that a police officer would have to immediately Mirandize you when you get pulled over for blowing a stop sign or running a red light
Hmm.
or not stopping in a crosswalk because technically they're starting to ask you questions. Do you
Right,
know how fast you were going? Did you see that red light? Oh, I I can't talk to you. You haven't Mirandized me yet.
right.
Like,
By by law, it is something where an officer is allowed to question in regards to finding out information to determine to arrest you or not.
right.
Once you are getting the cuffs put on you is when, and you're going in that vehicle, that is when you are read your Miranda rights.
Absolutely.
Because they have gathered enough information to say, okay, we have a problem here.
Right.
Just like a DUI check stop. They'll do everything. They don't have to read you your Miranda rights before you get out and do the
Right.
touch your nose and alphabet backwards shit.
Right.
It's once you do all of that and they have gathered enough evidence in that moment, they'll put the cuffs on you and go along and read your Miranda rights. And it's something where even when you're brought to the police station, upon entry into the interview room, you are read. It's like I'm from this very few, I want to highlight that, the very few police stations I have been in, outside interview rooms, don't give me that side eye.
Very
Very
few.
few, very few.
Okay.
The few
Were you
I have
just
been
on
in,
tour at a school
listen,
function, or were you? Did you have some silver bracelets on you?
listen.
Okay.
Shh. All
All
right,
right.
we're gonna, you know,
All right. That's for
I
no,
have
that's a Patreon episode, folks. There is time.
my hard time.
Locked up abroad, literally.
Emphasis on broad.
Broad. All right. All
I
right.
have seen some, not all, some interview rooms have like a little plaque, like reminder. Hey, like, don't forget to read these.
Right.
Because
Right.
some officers, let's call it for what it is, some officers and investigators are doing long-winded shifts, as we know from that Lynn police officer who was
Yeah.
banged
No,
up
his
on
back just
painkillers.
hurt.
His back just
He's been
hurts.
working a double.
He's been working a double. So some
Yeah.
of them are tired
Yeah.
and are banged up
Yeah.
and need a little bit of a reminder.
Yeah.
So
You know. I
he's
mean,
he's just working a
you
double.
work a detail all day and then you go to your shift. So, you sit in your car in the detail and then during your shift you sit in the car, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not saying that the cops don't work hard, but I mean, you're doing a detail for triple the money that you would work on your regular shift and all you're doing is standing around a hole looking at the guy's work.
Or no, this is what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Never seen a cop actually direct traffic in a detail. Yeah.
No.
They're either looking in the hole watching the guy's work or they're on their phone inside their car.
Yeah.
Nothing's funnier than the Stadies. Shout out to all the state police, especially Bo, friend of the show. He's a Stady. Nothing's funnier than driving through the tunnel in the middle of the night and the Stadies are in their car, like in the tunnel. Like, obviously you're not going to be in the middle of the fucking tunnel, but like
No,
they're
but
just
it's
in the
glorious.
car and the windows are blacked out. Buddy, I know you're sleeping because I would. Trust me. You're in the middle of the tunnel. People are driving past you like 40, 50 miles an hour. They see you flashing lights on. I would be taking a nice nap. The heat's on in the car.
The heat's on. The sound of the cars going by is kind of
man.
relaxing.
You got maybe some Lionel Richie playing on the radio.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, out cold.
Oh man. Yeah. Wow. I'd be fast asleep. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we offended state police, regular police, lawyers. What else? People
Criminals.
with kidney disease.
The NFL.
The NFL. We offended New York, like we always do. LeBron fans, Cowboys
like
fans.
we always do.
It was a good show.
A little bit of everything. And you know what? Listen, sorry you're offended.
Hey, sorry, not sorry. Okay.
Buy a stronger helmet. How about them apples?
Yeah. Shout out to all the listeners.
And tomorrow I get pulled over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I listened to your latest episode. You had the right to remain silent, by the way. And you were like, "Damn it! I knew this was coming." So, all right. So shout out to everybody listening.
By the way.
You what?
You'll be my first call.
Yeah. Dave, I've been arrested. Sarah, weird. Me too. Me too. I was walking by a detail and I was looking at the guy looking at the hole, and then he was like, "Hey, you, come here." That's it. Thanks for listening.
Love it. Thanks for listening.
All right, that's going to do it here for us in a pickle. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Go over to iapradio.com and check out all of our social media accounts, and go and listen to maybe the past shows if you want to see what happened this time a year ago today. You want to catch up on
some of it, because a lot of things are going to be closing out more so.
Sometimes if you see the rewinds in the new episodes, go back and listen to the story that occurred in the past. So maybe we'll start shouting out old episodes. Go back this time a year ago. Check it out.
Do it.
You want a network of supporting podcasters or want to join a network of supporting podcasters? Go over to MaydayMediaNetwork.com and join the Mayday today. Of course, you can always follow Sarah at Daddy-O Sports Cards on Instagram, and follow, like, and share her other podcast, Generation Mixtape. We mentioned it at the top of the show, and now we're mentioning it at the bottom of the show. GMTpod.com. Sandwiches. What else we got? Oh, keep boosting us up the charts. I see the numbers climbing, and people are listening to IAP.
I like that.
I'm enjoying that. It's not about. I'm not trying to make any money off of it. I'm just trying to get you to listen to my voice. So maybe you'll enjoy it, and then give us some money.
Yeah, no. Give Dave his flowers.
I don't need. Actually, I don't know if I'd be able to handle fans. Not because cool, but like I just don't want to be bothered sometimes. Can I have your autograph? Ugh.
No.
Yeah, you want to make it out too.
No, you got to do what Jimmy Page has. Jimmy Page has a stamp for his autograph.
That makes sense. Yeah. We have a Venmo. We're gonna work on our Patreon soon. I'm 2026. I'm telling you, Patreon's coming hard. So
you said it out loud.
I said it out loud. It's not happening.
Yeah, it's coming hard, is what he said. All I actually heard. That's all I heard you say. It's coming hard. Well played. 2026.
What are you gonna do? All right, Sarah. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
All right. So for Sarah Ray Talek, I'm Dave Boatman, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah, that's what you said. I didn't say it.
2026. I'll let you get.
Yeah, coming hard in 2026.
This has been a Mayday Media production.